The rich scent of spice drifts through the air in Halethorpe, Maryland, home to J.O. Spice and its signature blend, J.O. No. 2, the classic seasoning that gives Maryland crabs their distinct flavor.
When you think of Maryland, you think of crabs, like it's synonymous. Well, it makes me proud to be a family business that is bringing the flavor to Maryland's crabs. What a boring world it would be without any spice. Can you imagine? I look at it as J.O. as the spice of life. How do you look at it?
Maryland is known for their seafood, and J.O. Spice is a big part of that. It's a flavor that's been around for 4 generations now, since 1945. So if you're eating crabs in a restaurant, they're steaming with J.O. Spice No. 2, or it's a custom blend that we make for them. But of course, you can also catch your own crabs. You're adding the beer, you're adding the vinegar, you're adding the J.O. seasoning.
It's not just seafood seasoning and crab seasoning. It's anything that you're making, from Peruvian chicken to pizza.
There's a lot that goes into making these great blends. The top 3 ingredients that we use, probably salt, a lot of pepper, and I'd say probably thyme as well. There are a lot of ingredients that you wouldn't think would be in a spice blend. You wouldn't expect cinnamon or brown sugar to be in a crab seasoning blend. Our blends can vary from 300 pounds all the way up to 12,000 pounds. It can get pretty large scale around here.
You know, the crab houses, they're getting thousands of pounds at a time.
It's a lot of spice, and there's 12,000 pound batches that are getting done every hour in the summertime. J.O. No. 2, for example, it's a blend that we have to keep the racks filled or we won't be able to keep up with production.
J.O.'s research and development team brings new blends to life, refines classic recipes, and ensures every bite remains reliably delicious.
This is one of our research and development labs where the magic happens. Sean is one of our R&D guys. He can just look at the blend, smell the blend, and be able to nail it on the first sample.
The production process starts with a recipe.
Right now, our guys are putting together a blend. All the raw ingredients are staged on this pallet. The more weight the blend, the bigger the bulk ingredients are gonna be. So we have super sacks. If we only need a pound of this, a pound of that, they're gonna grab it off the rack here and just scoop it in as needed. And we're using a blue scoop. Blue represents non-allergen products. You work here long enough, when you're dumping in ingredients, you're not hit with the overwhelming smell of the pepper and the ground thyme. I can't even smell it anymore. Now that we're done piecing the ingredients together, he's gonna take this over to the mixing room. So now Garrett's gonna be placing the food container on the mixing deck, and then we're gonna go up there. They're very steep. So Garrett's gonna bring the crane over, and then we're gonna take this and drop it into the mixer here. He's gonna untie the bag where all the ingredients are gonna fall out, and it's gonna look like Christmas going into mixer 1. And any ingredients that are left on the crate here, we're gonna get a food grade brush and we're gonna brush it back into the mixer. That way all the ingredients get in there and it's a perfect smooth blend. That last clump. And it's ready to mix. We're gonna come down and we're gonna start the mixer. Now this is a tough part. All you gotta do is push a button and boom, voila. Now we'll walk out here and we're gonna set the timer for the blend. Here we have multiple timers because there's gonna be multiple blends typically going at once. So he just set the top one for 25 minutes. Now we have our finished product and we're gonna pack it out. Brody's packing a 50-pound box of seafood seasoning. Each box is lined with a blue poly bag, which is food grade. After we have 50 pounds of product in a box, they're gonna go ahead and tie the bag. They're gonna tape the box. And all of our products have to go through metal detectors. God forbid we have something happen with a piece of equipment here. We're gonna catch anything before it gets out to the general public. And people do that 300 times a day. This is our bottle line. A bottle will pass through the labeler. It goes through a sensor, and that will shoot a label onto the bottle as well as a Best Buy and lot number. They'll then go to get filled. And it'll go through the cap machine, the tamper machine, send it through a metal detector. And that's the finished product. J.O. #1 at a retail location near you. J.O. Spice was started by my great-grandfather, who was a waterman.
J.O. is the initials of Don's grandfather, James Ozell Strigel. So keeping it simple with the name of the company, just his initials, J.O.S., J.O. Spice.
My great-grandfather was a simple man. Most watermen are. So when he was catching his crabs, he came up with a perfect blend, and he sold that blend to seafood markets, restaurants. And then from there, it went to my grandmother, Jane McFall, and she really brought the business to a different level. My dad was a Marine. He left the Marine Corps. He took over the business, and he grew it to what it is today. He did an amazing job with the company, and that's where we are today.
It's knowing the crab market, the customers, the people out there crabbing. Not only are we doing the seasoning, we do some decor, crab boxes, crab mallets. We like to think of ourselves as the whole package.
The secret behind J.O. Spice is a lot of heart, family magic, and teamwork, fueled by passion and full of personality.
I met J.O.'s grandson on the beach in Ocean City, and with my name being Ginger, he said I was destined to be his because I was a spice, and then I became a Spice Girl. I mean, it was fitting. Each generation brings something new to the business.
When I was able to work legally, I was working. My sisters here do a little bit of everything kind of like I do. We all started when we were younger in the back in small packing.
Tyler and I are a lot alike when it comes to how we run the business. My passion is contagious, and it comes through my son.
I always had the passion for family business. There was a lot of things that I did in between that actually helped me in my role now. I had to get that taste of work outside of the family business first. Being in a manufacturing role, it's rewarding work. You come home at the end of the day and you actually feel like you did something.
He makes me proud.
What makes J.O. Spice the best is that family feel. That doesn't just stop at me, my parents, my sisters. We've had employees who have worked here for 20+ years, some 30+ years. They're family as well.
Our team comes together and we all play the important parts.
Sean Dunbar has been a part of the J.O. Spice family for over 30 years.
Coming out of high school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and getting into this kind of work, doing some R&D, learning how to put blends together. It's been pretty much self-taught. I kind of thrived at it. It's a pretty cool job.
How many family businesses make it to 80 years? 80 years, 4 generations, and with the 5th in the background. You don't hear of that. That is truly a family business success story, the heartbeat of America.
80 years is big. It's important for me that my kids will one day take over and keep that family business going.
I just think it's phenomenal to work with your family. I love what we do.